Zion, 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 Berachamim. Zion, 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 Berachamim.
Welcome to Artzenu, where we tour and travel through our homeland, through Israel. Join us on this week's amazing adventure. This is the beautiful road into Bet Guvrin. Bet Guvrin is an underground city. It's a national park today. It's an underground city with all sorts of things that have been buried here for years from various different time periods. Something like the Chanukah story, where we had to repress olives. There's an olive press underground here, which we're going to go check out. So this is an active archaeological dig. Archaeology is the art of digging down, sifting through, and finding any history that was left behind. You know, recently I read this beautiful article about one of the archaeological digs in Egypt. And in Egypt, they found the bones of 7 cows. And I was wondering when I read this article, maybe these bones of these 7 cows were the ones from this week's Parsha, from the story of Yosef. So we're caving here in Bet Guvrin. This cave's underground. There's a whole network similar to the ones that Bar Kokhba used during his revolution against the Romans at the end of the second Beit HaMikdash. Just after they destroyed the Beit HaMikdash, Bar Kokhba set up an entire network of underground fortresses like this, where they had ways to avoid being stopped by the Romans in places as they went. So we're here inside of this big cave. This is one of the larger rooms in the Bet Guvrin area. This cave could have been used for various different things, including a gathering room. It's fascinating how they had this entire underground network here. Behind me is a staircase that collapsed from the upper entrance down to here, and there's a lower cave down behind us, which we're going to head into. Here in Be'er Shalmayim, this is a well, an underground well. You can see the floor is cracks from having been wet before. It looks like there was a natural inlet where the water came in from, and this was where they supplied themselves with water for the things, drinking and cooking that they needed. It's interesting, temperature-wise, the temperature in a cave is always the same. It's underground, it's insulated by the earth, and therefore the temperature will always remain the same here, approximately 60 degrees. And so in honor of Chanukah, we actually hiked down here to see this big, beautiful olive press. This olive press is here because this is how they would press olives. We figured l'chavod Chanukah, this was a great experience, how the olives would be placed down into this chamber, and then this big wheel would be rolled around over the olives to press it. So here's how this system worked. You place what you wanted to press all the way up there in the basin. Then you'd lift this side up, you'd squeeze it underneath, lift. 1, 2, 3, up. Put it down. You'd lock additional weight on it from the stones over here, and it would press your, whatever it was, grapes or olives or tomatoes, because everyone loves tomato juice. Imagine during the Chanukah story, they had to wait until somebody got to this type of press, picked olives, pressed the olives, and then was able to get it back up to Yerushalayim, which was a nice road to drive today, but back in the day, probably not a very great road. These are olive trees just above the olive press that's under the ground here. And here's our ride. And while we were in Israel, we made sure to be inspired.
Eretz Avat Chalav, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Avat Chalav, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Avat Chalav, Chalav Udvash. Eretz Avat Chalav.